Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Scorpio High Priestess, and I want to be giving you guys an update for DM and DF. Let's see what's going on. We're gonna get right into it. Alright, and I just want to say first and foremost that I am very proud of the Divine Masculine right now because the current energy is Divine Masculine ascending or healing, I believe. Yeah, as far as I can tap into it, and I'm, I also do watch other tarot videos as well sometimes, just to see what's for DF, just because I am on a twin flame journey. But I like to just see what's going on. Although I do know intuitively because I am connected to my Divine Masculine, right? They're in a healing process right now, and they are starting to let go of what they're used to, let go of the old, let go of what no longer serves them. So yeah, let's just get into the reading. Let's just see what's going on now. Okay. All right. So first card that popped out, Knight of Cups. Here you go again, that Knight. All right. It's not so bad though because it's been him moving at a slow pace for a minute, but it is a cup. He is still coming in with a love offering. And I think it was a lot of love offering in my last reading where that was the energy that I picked up on. There was a lot of love offering. It wasn't too many pentacles. I don't think he was offering pentacles. I think that there was a lot of issues within his finances. And that was the energy a week ago, I believe, or a couple days ago. But anyway, let's continue just to see what's going on. I don't want to speak too soon. Like I just said, Eight of Pentacles. Alright, so I'm speaking too soon. So Eight of Pentacles. Alright, so right now, the energy is, even though he's not able to offer you stability, I think he's working on his pentacles, because in the last reading, the energy I picked up on was that there was a lot of issues, I believe, in his finances, possibly because of his karmic partner. And it's not because of his karmic partner, because he plays a part in that as well, just because of the fact that he chooses to be in that situation. And not even that, they've possibly been in a commitment for some time. And when you are in a relationship, you don't expect for things not to work out. That's not how you go into a relationship. And if you're going into a relationship like that, you probably shouldn't go into that relationship, right? But either way, so that wasn't the plan of the outcome of their relationship or their connection, but that's how it happens. I mean, and it's unfortunate, but he plays a part in that as long as they continue to keep the cycle going and not close that karmic cycle, right? But anyway, so with the Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Divine Masculine is definitely missing his Divine Feminine, and he wants to move forward. And with the Eight of Pentacles, he's coming up with a plan, and he's thinking about how he knows that he can't move in without stability. So he knows love is already there. Knight of Cups, he already has love. That's something that's unquestionable, something that she does not have to doubt at all. But with the Eight of Pentacles, he has to work on that in order to offer her both stability and love, right? Ace of Wands. So he's also very passionate about Divine Feminine right now, where, I mean, that's the Cups, the Pentacles, and the Wands. So I'm also getting that he is, if you guys been together before separation, he's thinking about passionate times that you guys had in the past. And if you guys have never been together yet, and you may have just you are aware of your Divine Masculine just through intuition, dreams, synchronicities, and you guys have not connected yet, he may also, of course, be aware as well. And if that's the case, then he is fantasizing about his Divine Feminine and things that he would like to do with her. But I'm picking up for most of you guys that you have already been together. If you guys are in current separation, that he's just fantasizing and thinking about the past. Okay. And for me, the Ace of Wands this is like, look, this is the slinging the dick card to me. And I feel like, I mean, that's exactly what I get from the Ace of Wands. Every time I see it, that's the first thing I think of. So I think that there is a lot of just thoughts of wanting to, have like, offer the divine feminine some dick. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. That's the only thing that I know how to say. I don't know how to beat around the bush. Like, that ain't even me. So, anyway, what else is going on with divine masculine? This is kind of energy spirit. Yeah. Yeah, he's super passionate, though, about divine feminine, so he definitely wants to offer her love and stability as well. It's just that he has to be able to, muster that up, work on that in order to provide it. And with the Nine of Wands, I feel as though he knows that this is a battle that he's been dealing with for some time now, with not just within the connection, but within himself. And he has the strength to keep pushing forward, which is why with the Eight of Pentacles, he's still working on it. And I'm also getting that he is possibly working an extra job, or if he has a job that he already works, whether he's a business owner or he just has a good job, or whatever he's doing, I feel like he's just putting in overtime. He's putting in overtime, putting in extra work, working nights, extra hours. That way he can put extra money aside, and especially with it being holiday season right now, if he wants to move in during holiday season, he wants to be able to offer her gifts and things or whatever, like please forgive me gifts and stuff like that. I'm getting, or just like gestures and stuff. Ten of Pentacles, like I said. So it's like he's fantasizing also about, or thinking about, a future with you, a family. But he has to work on his finances in order to have that with you. And he definitely is getting his strength. And he's working hard right now. And he's even passionate about whatever it is that he does for a living or whatever. I mean, either way, it's a lot of passion in him thinking about providing stability for you. Five of Wands, like I said, there is battles within his life right now. And it could be also still that there's a lot of battles within himself, like I said, in his karmic relationship. I'm not seeing a karmic in this reading yet. A karmic partner in the reading yet. But it could be with the Five of Wands, though. They could be having a lot of disagreements. Because if he has not expressed to her yet that he's ready to separate or move out of that relationship, because I think in the last reading, the last energy update, it was somebody wanting to communicate. So they may have communicated already. If they have not talked yet, she's aware of it just because she can pick up on his energy as well, because they are still connected in a way, right? Although they are not divine partners, karmic soulmates are also connected to their partner as well. So she's picking up intuitively on the fact that he wants to move forward, because with the Eight of Pentacles, he's planning. And like I said, with him putting in extra hours, working overtime, that's taken away from their time. But they may already be disconnected anyway on a spiritual level, on a romantic level. Like, I don't even think they're connected in that way. I feel like their relationship is just based off of finances, and it's been that way. But, either way, a woman's intuition, when your partner is separating from you in a spiritual way. When your partner is a woman, this is a woman's intuition. You just know when your partner is moving on to somewhere else, or if their mind is somewhere else, or they're putting in work. Because when a man wants something, he's going to work hard for whatever it is that he wants, especially when it is a female or a woman, he is going to work hard. And it's obvious, even if he tries to keep that a secret or keep it low key. I mean, I think that that's becoming an issue. I don't feel like he's actually expressed to her that he wants to move on, though. I think he's just planning it. I really do. I feel like he's just planning his sweet escape. That's what he's doing. Like I said, Two of Pentacles. So he's juggling still. She's there. He's there. But that's what it is. They're just there. And it's like up and down, up and down, up and down. And not even just that, he's juggling two different situations, which is his past and his future. And he has to make a decision. But I feel that he's already making that decision. She's just not on board with that yet. She's not aware of that yet. That's what I'm picking up on. So that's causing friction, and that is causing confrontation in their relationship. The Five of Wands. And she can be, even with the Ace of Wands, I'm getting that she's also feeling real, like she fiery right now. She feeling real aggressive because I feel like it's pent up energy, pent up jealousy. Like I feel she's even jealous of the fact that she knows that the cycle is coming to an end and that there's someone else that at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, that he wants to offer his love to, which is the Divine Feminine. She's jealous of the fact that she knows it's nothing that she can really do to hold on to this relationship. It's going to end. I mean, he's juggling it, but he's going to make a decision. He has to make a decision within one of these pentacles. I mean, it's only but so long you can juggle something, right? Because you're going to drop one of those pentacles. And now you're left with one. You got one option. And she's not walking away. I don't feel that the karmic partner will walk away. Unless, like I said, for any reason, she is going within herself and she is growing as well. If she starts to go within herself and grow and realize that it's inevitable and this relationship will end, she might want to beat him to the punch and she'll move on. And that's out of a pride thing. It could be out of just pride and ego, or it could be that she really taps into herself, her higher self, and she makes a decision on leaving him behind because she don't want to wait around for him to let her know, like, this is it. I'm done and I made a decision on moving forward. Yeah, I'm surprised the Eight of Cups didn't pop out of that. But we'll see. Spirit, what keeps happening to the wrong man? Right now has energy source of question now. This current situation. Spirit. Alright, I got two cards that popped out. I got the Magician card and the Six of Wands. So he's manifesting this. Like I said, it's more so of just planning and manifesting. It's not fully in motion yet, but he's trying to get there with the Six of Wands. I feel that he will be successful in whatever it is that he's trying to manifest, which is his new beginning with the Divine Feminine. Yeah. The karmic partner is very jealous. She's jealous and she's trying to manipulate the situation with the Magician. They're both trying to manipulate the situation. I feel like he's trying to manipulate her, and because he's distanced himself, he's trying to manipulate her into backing out and wanting to walk away, because he has not mustered up the guts to actually be like, I don't want to be in this anymore. I'm ready to move on. And because he haven't actually said it and communicated this to her directly, bluntly, she can only pick up on this intuitively. Even if she's asking about this, I don't think he's actually... I think he's giving like little breadcrumbs and like giving her signs to let her know it's coming to an end. But I think he's also trying to save face because he wants to be smart about it at the same time, and he don't want to spite himself. So it's like he has to come up with this plan and create this plan for this sweet escape, but he has to do it in a way where as though he's safe when he leaves. and it's not like so sudden that the Tower moment is too hard to handle, or even harder to handle, because either way, this is not going to be an easy situation, and this is not going to be easy for anybody in this situation. And I'm talking about everybody, the karmic partner, the divine masculine, and the DF as well, divine feminine. Yeah, so she's trying to manipulate the situation to where as though she is trying to, she's trying to get him. She's also fighting her last fight with the Knight of Wands. She's also tired as well. Like, I feel as though she's exhausted. She doesn't really have too much left in her to keep it going, but it's too much at stake. I think it's too much at stake. And even with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like that's his past. It may have been a Ten of Pentacles at a point where they may have been in a happy place at a point, and that could have been a while ago. But that's no longer the case, because with the Five of Wands following the Ten of Pentacles, they are always in confrontation. They're always in a negative space. And so that is why she's exhausted as well, because she feels as though she cannot let go of something that they've created, or that she feels as though she's created. I feel like she cannot allow him to move on and be with someone else, because he may have not always been mature in their relationship. He may not have sorry, let me slow down. He may not have always been mature in their relationship, as mature as he is dealing with the divine feminine. But they are two different people. The karmic partner and divine feminine are two different people, and they're both in his life for two different reasons, for different lessons. And the thing about the karmic relationship, they both triggered each other, and they, in more so of not a positive way, whereas though they brought out the worst within one another. And because that happened, you hit this low point, and like a phoenix, you rise from your ashes, and now you hit this point in your life where it's like you've ascended, and it's time for the next level. You beat that game, it's over. But a lot of times in karmic relationships, you keep it going, so now you create a new karmic cycle. But it's time for him to move on. And the divine feminine, when she comes into the DM's life, she's there because I feel it's time for love. I feel like the karmic relationship is based off of pride and ego in the material world. Not saying that the person doesn't love you, but I feel like the karmic partners, they love each other to the best of their ability at that time. But they've been through so much hurt and pain that they learn to love themselves. So now they're able to love, because you cannot love until you love yourself. You can only love someone when you love yourself. So now you're ready for this divine connection. It's like you were prepared for this. They were preparing for this, and you're not unconsciously, like, you're not aware of this until after you hit that point where now you're wise enough to know, like, I've been through all this to get to this, and I deserve this now. I would not have been able to deserve this divine connection if I didn't go through this hurt and pain to get here. And I can say that because it's a testimony for me in my life where I've been in a karmic relationship, and I really didn't know that relationship was going to serve me a purpose that is serving me right now, or that it served me now. I mean, I'm so happy to have moved on, because I remember it was a point where I couldn't even think or fathom the thought of leaving that karmic relationship. Ace of Swords came out. So it will be a conversation. It's coming. That's next. I feel it's the planning going on right now. Then it's going to be communication, and then it's going to be forward movement with the Six of Wands that he's manifesting, the Magician. All right. And then with the Ace of Swords, there's going to be communication, that it's going to be a breakthrough. That communication is very much needed. It's so much passiveness going on. Like, I feel like everybody's being passive. And not everybody. I'm talking about the karmic partner as well as the divine masculine. I feel like they're being very passive when it comes to not wanting to actually have this discussion, because they know that once this discussion is had, that's it. Because I feel like they cannot possibly discuss continuing this relationship, because there's nothing there. There's nothing left. Even though the karmic partner wants to continue to fight one last fight to make this work, she got a little bit left in her. But I don't feel it's for the love. I do not feel it's for the love at all. I feel that it's specifically for the pentacles, for the stability, the commitment, what they created, their life that they already have, what they know, the familiarity, the norm, just what they're used to. And I feel as though she just cannot let go of it. She can't give what she felt as though she put into to someone else. And that's the divine feminine. I feel like she does not. But that's another story, because what that is her getting in the way of their union. That is going to come either way. One day it's happening, because that's judgment. Like, there's no way around that. And she's going to create karma for herself. Negative karma for herself. And she needs to be able to move forward too, so that way she can move forward and she could possibly be in union with someone who she is at the same vibration with. They're no longer at the same vibe. They're not vibrating on the same level anymore. So it's just not going to work either way. It's just not going to work. But anyway, with the Ace of Swords, they're going to have communication. It's coming. And I feel like with the hand, that's a male's hand. It looks like a man's hand. So I'm getting that the divine masculine is going to be the one to initiate this conversation. Yeah, I do. And I feel like that's going to be the breakthrough right there. That right there is going to set it off. It's going to end it right there. Like, that is all that is needed. Like I said, everything is fine. Ten of Swords. Not really. I mean, obviously, sarcastically, everything is fine, because it will be fine. For sure. God is guiding him in the right direction. His spirit team is guiding him in the right direction. So he will be fine, but he will be hurt. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of words that are going to be said that neither one of them can take back. But I feel like it's going to be more so the karmic partner, because he's doing a lot of healing. So because of him working on himself, he's able to forgive the situation faster than she can, because he's more so ready to let go, and she's not. And when you're not ready to let go of something, you can't even forgive it yet. You can't. And even if you say you do, you really don't. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of words, cutting words that cannot, neither one of them can take back. Yeah, they're both going to be very hurt. And I feel like she's going to be hurt because it's something that she's not ready to let go of yet. And I feel like he's going to be hurt because he can't believe that he's kept himself in a situation for so long that he didn't have to. And that was because of fear. And there was a lot of fear in the last update, the last reading. There was a lot of fear. And I feel like he's really starting to awaken. He's really starting to work on himself. And that's because with during the separation between divine masculine and divine feminine, he sees that the divine feminine is working on herself, and they're a mirror of one another. So he's reflecting her, and he felt like she can't leave him behind. He knows that divine feminine is a gift from God, right? And if he loves God, then he will not He will not push away that gift, because that's like denying what God has to offer, and that's denying God. I don't think that that's something that divine masculine would want to do, because I don't care what anybody say. And I mean, I be seeing some stuff. I really be seeing some crazy stuff in comment sections and readings and stuff. And I be seeing how people be, feminines be talking about their divine masculine in a negative way. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think that, and I don't want to judge anyone. I mean, that's not, I'm far from judgmental. And I'm speaking personally, like this is as far as who I am. I be seeing a lot of feminines speak negative about their masculines, and I feel like that is not, it cannot possibly be your divine masculine, or you are not considered a divine feminine. You are a karmic who considers yourself to be divine feminine, because that's the whole point of the connection. It's divine. Now, one of you guys, and that's usually masculine, he's probably not going to be as mature as you. He might have to work on himself, but he's divine. He's a gentleman. He's respectful. He's smart. He's intelligent. He has a lot of great characteristics, and I think those great characteristics overpower the negative. He's not a bad person or anything like that. He might have negative ways, of course, but he's a human like everybody else, and I feel like, if he has not fully worked on himself, and nobody has fully worked on themselves, I think we can always continue to work on ourselves. But anyway, I'm going to just quickly say this so I can continue with the reading. But divine masculine is, he's always working on himself. And he might do things to disappoint you. And that's a part of the journey. I mean, it's not about you all the time. Or it's not I'm not going to say you. It's not always about divine feminine all the time. And divine feminine, she's supposed to carry and harbor that energy of Mary Magdalene anyway, which is selfless, which is unconditional love. So either way, she knows that it's not personal, and she knows that he's working on himself, and she knows that she's going to be disappointed. But that's the whole point of this journey, is learning. And that's the whole point. It is not hurting one another because you feel as though, that's a karmic relationship, is when you take things personal because of a person's ways, unless for any reason that person intentionally hurts you. But you would know when that's not the case, when the relationship or connection is divine, period. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna really talk too much about that, but I'm gonna just say that clear, because I've been in a karmic relationship, and that karmic relationship brought me revelation when I ascended, and I seen my divine masculine in a dream. I had this one dream, and oh my God, if I can show you the world card right now. The dream, I remember it very lucidly. It was as though I was the woman in the world card, and I was like, I was in the air. I was it's a word for it. But anyway, I was in the air, up in the sky or something like that, and so was he. And we were face to face, and I could not look away. I couldn't look away. The energy was so strong. We were like so close to our faces was so close that we can see in each other's eyes. And it was like, I remember he looked away for 1 second, looked right back at me. And we were fixated. Our eyes were fixated to the point where we could not look away. And I felt my heart. I felt my solar plexus. I seen blue and red and yellow. And those are the colors of the Holy Trinity. When it comes to spirituality. So it was like, I had no clue of what none of that was until I woke up from that dream. I felt very sick, just because I was so uncomfortable with what I just experienced, and it shook my whole world, and I felt as though I cheated on my karmic partner, and I was very loyal to that relationship. But anyway, I started doing all this research, and I intuitively knew. I remember looking at him, and I thought to myself in my mind, what is this? And what I heard was, you know what this is. Like, I heard that. I heard, you know what this is. And the dream faded out, and I woke up, and I felt my heart. My heart was so, it felt like it was like a lot of pressure on my heart. And I was like, I almost was physically ill just because I was so shooken up by something like that. Like, how could I experience something like that? Like, why me, you know? But then again, I was working on myself. I was really working on myself, trying to heal myself from that karmic relationship that I ascended to this point where I was able to receive this revelation from God. And I felt I was chosen. I truly felt like I've never been so in love in my life just from looking at somebody. It had nothing to do with physical connection. It had nothing to do with sexual relation. It had everything to do with unconditional love. And I knew, I said, oh my God, like after that, I was like, I gotta leave this relationship now, because I've never felt something like that, especially without even having physical connection. And I was like, if I can receive or feel love like that just from a dream, and it wasn't even a dream, it was like our spirits met, our souls met. It was like the twin flame dance or something, and I had no clue what none of that was until I researched it on Google, and I was like a freaking crazy person. You know, I was like Alice in Wonderland. I was going deeper and deeper into a hole, receiving all this information and enlightenment, and I realized exactly who he was. I knew who he was in that moment, but I got so much clarity from something I didn't know exactly what it was. And then a year and a half later, we connected, and he had told me that he was in love with me for ever since he seen me the first time, because we already known each other. We just never connected like that, you know, but we've crossed paths and we know one another from, you know, just, you know, like being in the same area. I'm gonna just say that. But enough about me. I really can talk, y'all. I can talk because I have so much testimony, so much, you know, as far as my karmic relationship, and I have so much information I want to give about my current twin flame journey, so that way it can help somebody else who's in one or may be able to relate to what I've experienced. You know, because I've always wanted to talk to somebody about this and see if a divine feminine or divine masculine, and see if they can relate to anything that I went through in my connection or what I'm going through. But all right, I'm so sorry. Back to the reading. Maybe that helped somebody. Maybe somebody enjoyed me running my mouth about my situation, my connection, and my, you know, my journey right now. But anyway, everything is fine. Back to the Ten of Swords. I'm sorry. So Ten of Swords. It's an ending. It's coming to an end though. After this conversation, like I said, the Ace of Swords. I did say this. After this conversation, which they are trying to avoid and they're being very passive about, is going to end. Ten of Swords. Okay, so I'm gonna just stop right there on that with the modern deck. I'm gonna pull some cards from my, what is this, my tea deck. I forget the name of it, but I call it the tea deck. What is this? It's the Kipper deck, tea deck. All right, Spirit, can you please tap into divine masculine right now, his current energy? Yeah, I'm drinking this tea right now. I've been trying to, it's ginger and green tea with a little bit of honey, but I'm about to fall back on the honey because I'm trying to fall back from sugar, honey, all that stuff. And I'm just trying to drink just strictly water. And if I want some flavor, it's going to be lemon water or tea with lemon and no sugar, no honey. And that's tough, but I'm going to do it though, because I can do whatever it is I put my mind to, right? And I'm determined. Thief. Oh my God. There was a lot of, that ain't gonna change, I feel like, obviously. There was a lot of deception in the last update when it came to finances, I believe. I feel like somebody is taken from somebody else. And I really feel like, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I'm going to just say this. I feel like when it comes to the DM and karmic, I feel like the karmic, she is trying to manipulate the situation and hold on to the situation, because I feel like there's going to be things that are going to be revealed to him about her taking from him. And I think that has to do with Pentacles, his finances. I really do. I feel like because they've done so much together, whether they are married or not, they've intertwined a lot of their resources or whatever the case. And he's blinded to a lot of things because she has her hands in the pot, and she's able to manipulate even his finances in the way they pay bills or spend money. And I feel like she might even have been in charge of paying the bills or paying for things, so that way she was able to manipulate the money. And I don't know, that, you know, that actually happened to me in my relationship, so my karmic relationship. So that is something that is very common in a lot of relationships, when somebody is in charge of the money for the most part, or they're the one that's paying the bills, or they're the one that's taking the responsibility in certain things that need to be paid for. They can like not pay for it, or they can like you know, you trust your partner, you want to trust your partner, so you're not going to always check in with them like, did you make sure this was paid? And yeah, privileged lady. So there's a lot of codependency, and I feel like that had to do with the fact that the karmic partner was taken from him. And with the privileged lady, I don't get that. Most of these karmic partners do not work. Most of these karmic partners do not have a job. Most of these karmic partners are not independent. They're very codependent, which is why they're willing to fight that last fight, and they're not giving up on what they already have, because it's already some type of, for them, it might not be happiness, but it's some type of structure, some type of stable situation. Even if it's not really stable, I mean, to them it's stable. It's something tangible. And the privileged lady, she also have the privileges to be able to dictate how things go as far as the way the money is spent. She has privileges in this relationship when it comes to finances. And I feel like she doesn't have to work hard. Like, you know, even with the Eight of Pentacles, like I was saying, with him working extra hours and overtime and stuff like that, that might even be him anyway. He might just be a hard worker. And he's provided a lot, and I feel like he's tired now. He's tired of providing for something that is empty. Like, there is like it's not a happy home. Like, you don't want to work hard just to go home to a place that doesn't even feel like home. And like, I'm not even talking about the actual house or whatever place they live. I'm talking about the person that they're in a relationship with. You want to feel like your person is home. But the thing about that is, once you meet your divine counterpart, she is home. He is home. So whatever your past was, that's not home anymore. You're not. It's like a doll. It's like a puppy being in a small cage, right? While they're a puppy, and the puppy grows to a big dog now, and they can no longer fit in this cage. They're uncomfortable, and now you have to buy a big cage so that way the dog can fit into it. All right, so there we go. Thief. It's some deception. It is some deception, and it's like, I feel like a lot of that is going to come out during this Ace of Swords, the conversation that needs to be had that they've been avoiding, which is why it's a Ten of Swords as well. It's going to be a lot of hurt and pain because somebody's about to find out some shit, and I think Divine Masculine is about to be revealed, a lot of things, and I feel like his spiritual team and God is going to reveal these things to him. Oh my God, change just popped out. And changes are happening. Like, that's it. There is no going back. There is no going back. He already manifested what he deserves. And that's you, Divine Feminine. And you deserve each other. Like, working on yourselves, it's time for y'all to come together in false person. Somebody's wearing a false mask. Somebody's lying. Somebody is not being honest And I'm going to say this. I'm being biased because I don't know. No, I'm not being biased. I know exactly what the energy is right now. I'm tapped into it very well. And I really do know. I just know. I'm telling y'all. I know. With the false person, I'm going to say with the fact that the female is covering her face and the masculine is in the background, right? He got a mask on, but his eyes are covered. She has a fan, but her mouth is covered. She has been lying about things. Her mouth is covered because there's things that she's been not telling the truth about. But I feel like when they have a conversation, she's gonna spill a lot of things out. Like, I think out of anger, out of passionate anger, she's gonna say things that she cannot take back. Like I said, I think a lot of things are going to be said that they can't take back, and I feel like that's going to be some of the things. I think that not just hurtful words, as far as like just being nasty, but I feel like she's going to say things that she's going to reveal to him that he was not aware of out of anger. And I feel like with the mask on his eyes, he was blind to this. He was blind to it. He couldn't see it. He couldn't see it. But I feel like he blinded himself to this, though. I feel like the divine master, and that's part of what he had to work on with himself. I think that's a big part of his healing right now. Like right now, I feel like he's working on not being passive. And whenever it's something that needs to be discussed, that's to just discuss it. And Divine Feminine might even be teaching him this, because I feel like Divine Feminine, she don't want to talk about nothing unless it's something worth talking about, so that way they can move forward. And I feel like she's not passive about it. I feel like if it's something that she needs to say, she will say it. And he's following, and she's leading by example, and he's following after that. And I feel like he is like, you know what? I can't keep running from situations. When it's something that needs to be dealt with, it needs to be dealt with. And I need to talk about it. I got to say it. I got to get it off my mind. And that's a part of his healing too. You know, he might have, I'm not going to say he, but I'm going to say like, yeah, I'm going to say, okay, this could be for some DMs, not all. It could be for some divine masculines, but I'm going to say that during his childhood, he could have been in a lot of situations where he may have gotten in trouble and couldn't speak up for himself. He couldn't talk back. And not that he wanted to be disrespectful with his parents or whatever the case, but he might have been like a pleaser, or he might have been always trying to make sure that he didn't do the wrong thing, so he wouldn't say much or express himself like he should have. So I'm trying to explain it better than what I just said it, but I feel like you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I think he grew up not like always being passive and not being able to just talk about something when it needs to be talked about, or address when it needs to be addressed. All right. Let's see. Spirit, can you please? I'm gonna pull 2 more cards from the T deck. Spirit, can you help me tap into divine masculine, please? Energy. What's going on? Can we clarify the false person as well? And yeah. What is it that this person is being false about? Let's see. Great fortune. So with great fortune, I feel like it could 2 different things. I'm getting 2 different scenarios with the great fortune. So I'm getting that with the privileged lady and great fortune. I feel like in the thief card, I feel like she may have took a lot from him that he's not aware of, or I feel like great fortune. Two things. Because this change card is here after the conversation and after the 10 of Swords, he's moving towards divine feminine, and he's going to be moving towards his blessings and everything that he's manifested. Magician. Everything that he's manifested. But I do feel like with the privileged lady and the great fortune card, I feel like she did take a lot from him. And I feel like she just took a lot from him financially, emotionally. I'm sorry, I'm pulling my card. I just need some more. I need something else. The spirit. Okay. Clarify the great fortune card. Need something else. Spirit. Divine masculine, please. Alright. 2 cards popped out. Courtship card, occupation card, and great fortune. Alright, so they may have been married. I feel like they may have been married. They could be married, or I feel like divine feminine may not be aware of them having a committed relationship under court. And with the occupation card, I feel like looking at this card, I feel like looking at the privileged lady, right? And then looking at this card here, the occupation card, she is going to have to start working. And I feel like with her being privileged, that's something that she's not too fond of doing. But that's karma that she's created. Even if she didn't actually physically steal from him or take from him, she's took a lot from him on an emotional level. Like, she's been very draining for the fact that she's codependent on him, and she's created negative karma. But either way, as far even with the occupation, she's going to have to work for herself, and that's fine, because I mean, you should be independent. Everybody should be able to, even if you have someone who's willing to take care of you and provide for you, you should do something for yourself, whether it is work a full-time job or do something with a talent that you have. I don't know, express yourself, and you can possibly, receive success from that, make money from that. I don't know. I mean, something, you should be doing something, though. I mean, I don't feel anyone should be privileged to the point where they don't have to lift a finger in 2020. Oh, but guess what? She's gonna be lifting them fingers the fuck now. Look at them. Look at their hand. Oh, them fingers, baby. I don't know what she's gonna be doing, but she's gonna be doing something where she's gonna have to now take care of herself. I mean, she can create her own great fortune. She can work up some good karma for herself. But I do feel that, though, there's a lot of things that she's taken from him. So I'm about to end this reading, but I'm going to end it on a good note. So I'm gonna pull from my lantern. First of all, I got this deck today. It's called the Lantern Oracle, and the cards are so pretty. They're really cute. Like, I didn't go through all the cards yet, but we're just gonna see what message we get, though, just to end this reading. But I just want to say this. Basically, Divine Masculine is in the middle of dealing with some burdens, some obstacles that he's definitely gonna succeed. And everything that he's manifested, he's moving towards now. And that's you. And that's you use guys union. That makes sense. Use guys union. I don't even know what the use guys. That sounds stupid. He's gonna be moving towards divine feminine, and yeah, he loves you very much. He loves you so much that he's willing to heal. He's willing to heal. And I don't think he's healing just for you, but he's healing for himself, because he knows what he deserves. Because you know what you deserve. And you guys are a mirror. You guys reflect one another, and he always follows the light, and you are the light, and you always lead by example, divine feminine. So that's the energy for today. And I'm going to pull maybe a card or two. Spirit, can we get some messages? For divine feminine, for divine masculine. I gotta figure out what this title gonna be. Okay. Circles, 34 circles. It says clarity begins in the eye of the storm. Perfect. So he's been through a lot, divine, and this is for both of you guys, but I'm just picking up a lot on divine masculine when it comes to his situation, when it comes to this ending that he's going through currently. So clarity begins in the eye of the storm. So this is a storm. Obviously, with the ending, Ten of Swords after their conversation, Ace of Swords, it's deaded. It's over with. And that is a storm that he's having to go through right now. That's his tower moment that he's experiencing right now. And with the circles, it's a circle that's closing. So it's coming to an end. The karmic cycle is coming to a close. And clarity begins in the eye of the storm. So he's definitely receiving clarity. And clarity is divine feminine. And look how happy they are. Right? And you know what? I'm getting with the white horse. White horse is like someone, it's like it reminds me of like death, transformation. And this woman on the card is very old. So wise, wisdom. I'm getting that he's gained a lot of wisdom and he's transforming. This situation is dead. It's over with. It's done. And now it is time for change. It's time for change. And now he can reap what he sowed. You see the flowers surround, like it's the greenery. It's like, you know, like the sun is rising. Is it setting or is it rising? Either way, to me, it looked like it's setting and rising in this picture. I can't even tell. But listen, that's exactly what's going on. His situation from the past is setting, and now this new journey that he's moving towards is rising. And they look very happy in this picture. You know, it's something to celebrate. I like that card a lot. I feel like that definitely is a good way to end the reading. And let's see. I want to do one more card. I just like these cards so much. I'm almost done. I swear, guys. Like, I got one more card on my full. Sorry, guys. Somebody interrupted. See, that's because I was supposed to end the reading. See, I'm always talking and running my mouth, and I can't stop. All right. What is this? 19, accountability. I like this picture too. These are some really pretty cards. So anyway, yeah, somebody had called, so they interrupted my reading, and I'm sorry about that, guys. That's because I talked too much, and I should have ended the reading a long time ago. But this is the last card I'm gonna pull. Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Perfect. This is a really nice card. Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. So that's exactly what he's doing. You see on the back, she has like a weaver basket of rocks or something. That's a burden on her back. But guess what? Divine masculine has experienced a lot of burdens, but he's taking accountability because he can't play victim anymore. He chose to stay in this cycle, that karmic cycle that he did not want to end, when he knew he probably should have ended it a long time ago. But maybe there was more lessons he had to learn, or he felt as though he had to learn. He's now taking accountability though for his actions. Responsibility is a gift. Just ignorant. It happened again, y'all. I was interrupted again. I'm just squeeze this in real fast. So he is taking accountability, and he is moving forward now, and he's accepted the fact that not only the karmic has played a part in this Tower, but so has he. And now it's time for him to love himself and love his divine feminine. Right? And because he's taking responsibility, he's able to create good karma for himself and for his DF. But I'm gonna just end this now. And this was a really good reading. This was a really good update. I really, like I said, I am so proud of the masculine. This is like, it's in the cards. Can't make this shit up. It's in the cards, clearly. It's the energy right now. It's just picking up on what's going on right now. But if you guys like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will be coming at you with another update for DM and DF. And also, I'm going to make a playlist for pick a card readings because I love pick a card readings. And I'm excited to do. I haven't posted any of those, but I'm going to make a playlist specifically. I can't even talk. Specifically for pick a card readings. If you guys like pick a cards, please follow those, posts that I post, readings that I post, please. So yeah, anyway, that was a good reading, but I'm going to be seeing you guys soon for another update for DM and DF, and the karmic relationship or connection hopefully is ended on the next update. But yeah, bye y'all.